All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Thursday, February 22nd slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard before we left for All-Star break. Have you start us off?
Yeah, a little bit of a hiatus. We cleared the leaderboard. We got the before All-Star break, post All-Star break, and we both had a good before All-Star break. We're 30 games above 500, so shout out us on the game picks. But I did give out a loser last time. I gave out the Jazz on the money line versus the Warriors. And the Jazz, they barely lost that game by 3 points after dominating in the fourth quarter. Their comeback fell short.
Yes, and I had the Timberwolves -9.5 against the Portland Trail Blazers. I remember it vividly. They got up by 35 points. I sent you a message. I said, send help to the Blazers, and then the Timberwolves almost blew the cover. So thank you, T-Wolves, for not screwing me. They did win the game by 10-plus points, so I did catch a win in that one. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Another loss here, guys, but I'm excited to start fresh and get back going. I gave out Rudy Gobert over 29.5 PRAs versus the Blazers, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, only 25 PRAs, barely gave us the undo.
Yeah, and I've given out Stephen Curry 3 times, and 3 of those 40 losses have been Stephen Curry. He went 0-1 again. I gave him out 29.5 points against the Jazz. Whenever I give him out, he doesn't shoot the ball. So next time I give him out, take the under. Trey, let's go to the group play leaderboard. Don't remember what it was, but this is our group play leaderboard before the All-Star break. We just started this off 17-17 together. You can see the last 7 in the year to date. Let's go to the group play for tomorrow. Going to be a good game coming out of the All-Star break. It's going to be on TNT. It's going to be the Suns going up against the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavs are -2.5. There should not be an E there for the Mavs. Over under 243.5. Have you start us off?
Yeah, I mean, this game is going to be a fun game to watch. These two teams do not like each other at all. Devin Booker going up against Luka. It's always entertaining. And KD going up against Kyrie, former teammates scoring against each other. This game's going to be headlines written all over, and I'm here for it. And I'm going to be taking the home team here. Give me the Mavs -2.5. I feel like this game is going to be very close, so I'm just going to have to side with the home team. And it's only a 3-point sway here or there. So I'm going to take what I think is going to win this game in the Mavericks. And Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, they're both healthy, and it's hard to turn down them whenever they're going up. And the Mavericks, they have kind of revamped their roster. They just got PJ Washington, and I feel like that's going to be a huge break for them in their front court. They've been kind of small all year, and PJ Washington's not too big, but at least he gives them a lot of athleticism that they did not have in the painted area before. So maybe he's going to be catching some lobs, or he can even catch some corner threes from Luka and Kyrie. So I feel like the Mavericks, they're going to control this game, they're going to win this game, especially since they got blown out by the Suns just last month. So give me the Mavs here at home -2.5.
Yeah, Trey, I like what you said there. I'm going to take the Mavericks here -2.5. Really nothing to say here coming out of the All-Star break. Don't have a lot of stuff to go off of, but these two teams did represent the All-Star game very well. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic. You can see the All-Star numbers there. Neither of the star players for these teams really showed up. It was the Karl-Anthony Towns, Damian Lillard show for the All-Star break. But I don't know. Coming out of the All-Star game, kind of tough here. So I'm going to take the home team with Trey -2.5, and we're going to roll into our picks for tomorrow. Trey starts off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about this Brooklyn Nets going up against Toronto Raptors game, and I'm very excited to watch this game. Both teams, they're definitely ready to put that first half of the season behind them. The Nets, they come in this game with a 21-33 record. They're also 24-27 ATS. In Brooklyn, they're also 8-16 on the road. And the Raptors, they enter this game with a 19-36 record. They're also 26-29 ATS. And Toronto, they are 12-16 at home this year. But we have to factor in that the Nets, they just fired their head coach. So they're going to be coming in this game with a little bit of a different injury, a little fired coach bump here. So give me the Nets. I'm going to buy a half point, take them at +2.5 here in this game. I love that we're getting points here because I feel like the Nets, they are simply the better team, and they've kind of dominated this matchup historically too, because over the last 10 matchups between these two teams, the Nets, they're 8-2 straight up. They're also 8-2 ATS over those games, and I have to expect that trend to continue here because this Raptors team, they do not do a great job at defending the perimeter. They're ranked in the bottom 10 in three-pointers allowed per game and three-point percentage allowed. And the Nets, they're ranked in the top 10 in three-pointers made per game. So if the Nets can get hot early in this game, I think this game's going to be over pretty quickly. And these two teams, they've actually already played once this year. And the Nets, they won that game by 12 points. And they do have a healthy Ben Simmons that's going to be up and ready for this game. And I feel like that's going to be a difference maker for the Nets here in this one. So give me the Nets. I'm going to take them at +2.5 against the Raptors.
Yeah, Trey, I'd like to play there. For my play today, We're going to be looking at the New York Knicks traveling to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm going to take the Knicks plus 1.5 on the road in this game. I'm going to say this a lot tonight in the video, but off the All-Star weekend, it's very hard to get back in the swing of things, especially for some of these guys who've been at the All-Star event all weekend long. Some of these players have enjoyed the time off. Other players have been doing events, going out, having a good time, which is what the weekend's supposed to be for. But it's hard coming back playing full speed again after playing in that All-Star weekend. Since we haven't seen either of these teams play in over a week, this play is going to be strictly on the defense. I think if any team in the NBA is going to play defense, the New York Knicks will be ready defensively, and that's because of their head coach, Coach Tibbs. The Knicks have already identified themselves as a defensive team now that they traded away R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel quickly, and they are wanting to win games now with the defense. And we saw that before the All-Star break. This is one of the only teams left in the NBA who actually cares about playing defense, and they had 8 or 9 consecutive games before the break, allowing 110 points or less. The 76ers are still trying to figure things out. Joel Embiid's going to be down extended time. He's getting that surgery. I just feel like this game is going to be won with the defense. And if anybody's going to play defense this week, it's going to be the Knicks. 76ers, they've got Buddy Hield on the floor this time around, but I really don't think he's going to be that big of a factor. I like Jalen Brunson. I like Dante DiVincenzo, and I love Josh Hart. Every team needs a Josh Hart. He's just full of passion, full of energy. Give me the New York Knicks here with the 1.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Collin Sexton here, and I'm going to take him to go over 28.5 PRAs against the Hornets. I really love this over for Sexton in this game because, in my opinion, we're going to see him dominate here, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is because Sexton, he loves playing against Charlotte. Over his last 5 games versus the Hornets, Sexton, he's averaging a massive 31.6 PRAs per game, which is over this number, and I believe that he's going to be able to at least get that average here in this game because Sexton, he's been putting the Jazz on his back here recently. Over his last 5 games before the All-Star break, Sexton, he was averaging 30 PRAs per game, which is also over this number. And lastly, just to drive it home, this is a home game for Sexton, and all of his shooting splits go up pretty significantly whenever he's playing at home. So he should be feeling confident and calm, cool, and collected heading into this home game. So give me Collin Sexton. I'm going to be taking him to go over 28.5 PRAs versus the Hornets.
Yeah, sure. I like the play there. For my player prop, it's going to be CJ McCollum to go over 3.5 made threes going up against the Houston Rockets. Last season, if you guys are OG members, right before the All-Star break, we reset the record books. We reset the leaderboard like we just did. And I started with CJ McCollum last season to go over his three-pointers, and he did cash for us. I'm going to try to make lightning strike twice in the same spot, taking CJ McCollum in this game to go over his total threes. All these players went to the All-Star game and had a fun time, but it does take a little bit out of you whenever you're at the All-Star game having fun competing. And CJ McCollum has been sitting at home relaxing, kicking his feet up, sitting in the ice bath. I do think he's going to be ready in this game back home for the Pelicans going up against the Rockets. He's cooling off just a little bit before the All-Star break, only making 7 threes down the stretch in the last 3 games. But CJ McCollum has not had a problem shooting the ball over the last several games before the All-Star break. It's always important that you have enough shots put up from behind the arc if you're taking a player prop to go over his assists. And CJ McCollum definitely shoots enough. He shot 8+ times in 7 consecutive games before the All-Star break. He has also made 3+ threes in 6 of those 7 games. So he has been making his shots. He's just shooting about 30% from the field because he's taking an average of 10 shots per game from deep. On the season, he's been very good at the three-point shot, hitting 42.1% of those threes. I think everybody's going to come into this game still feeling like they're on the All-Star weekend, playing some lackadaisical defense, and CJ McCollum is going to find himself a ton of open looks in this game. It's always hard to get back from the All-Star break, get back in the swing of things. I love CJ McCollum in this game to find some open looks from behind the arc. Give me CJ McCollum over 3.5 made threes. That's the play. Trey, let's go with the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went with the Nets here plus 2.5 versus the Raptors. I have a lot of confidence. Fired coach bump. Let's go. Never want to cheer for a guy to lose his job. But, hey, someone new just got a job, so that's something to cheer about. Also going with Collin Sexton over 20.5 PRAs versus the Hornets. The guy's on a roll. I know he was just a little bit of a week off for the All-Star break, but he's going to be looking ready to get that ball put back in the hoop.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Knicks plus 1.5 on the road. Defense is going to win this game. And then CJ McCollum, lightning strike twice here. Over 3.5 made threes as the play against the Rockets. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA plays and player props for Thursday, February 22nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is pros versus Joes, which is the game called. But you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,